commentator Marco Vicenzino. How likely is this deal to be fixed quickly, June the 30th?
Okay, it's either something will be signed, nothing will be signed, or there's going to be a possible extension of negotiations. To get a deal signed, ultimately a deal is likely to be signed, but it's very difficult to do so by June 30th. The Gulf there's still many differences, particularly on the issue of military inspections and on the issues of how and when to lift the sanctions. So at this stage, I would say cautious optimism, but a heavy emphasis on caution.
And are we right in that figure that we said that given this and given Iran coming onto being able to launch its oil onto the markets, and of course it won't happen straight away, but you could be looking at $15 a barrel off the price of oil? Who knows?
Even if an accord is signed, it may take months before the sanctions are lifted. Iran right now is in desperate need of cash. Firstly, it's the sanctions themselves, particularly that prevents the transfer of money in and out of the country. And in addition to that is the fact there's been a low price of oil. According to some estimates, it's lost $20 billion in recent times. Right. So I would say is that, but you look at the potential. They're sitting on an estimated $35 trillion of energy reserves. And in terms of export of natural gas, they're only second to Russia in the world. So the potential is there. It's just how they go about it. It may take some time.
That's all the theory and the potential and the forecast, and you talk about it. The fact is that there's this hotel business going on, which is extraordinary, isn't it? A, how has this contract managed to be awarded when there are sanctions? I mean, will we ever know that?
That's the major.
But B, I mean, this says something about Iran. As soon as you get hotels in a place, it says a lot about the place, doesn't it?
Yes, listen, there's no surprise about the tourism industry. Before the 1979 revolution, it was considered an exotic destination for many Westerners. And in addition to that, you have 4,000 years of culture. It's a cultural 4,000 years of history. There's cultural tourism, and also there's also religious sites like the city of Mashhad. And you have foreign tourists, and then also domestic tourism. You have 77 million people in Iran with an average age of 27 years old. So the potential is enormous. But in the hotels, the Western brand names existed there in advance. It's just that everything was nationalized in 1979, and trying to get big won't be easy. In terms of the question, how is it being done? Possibility of special purpose vehicles being designed that are skillfully crafted and go through back channels.
I'm sure. But once that starts, the construction industries will start, won't they? And once that starts, that becomes almost unstoppable, because the only thing that could stop it is the lack of tourism infrastructure within Iran itself, which needs fixing, doesn't it?
The challenges is that even if the hotels goes in, you have price controls. Everything is heavily regulated.
Yes.
So if the five-star hotels want to be charging $600-700 US a night, it may not be possible, because you do have government control. In addition to that, if this issue of sanctions is not resolved and you can't transfer money in and out of the country, all those five-star tourists who want to go into Iran won't have ways to use their credit cards. So there's still several challenges before this tourism industry can reach its potential.
This will run and run. I look forward to discussing with you in the near future. Marco, thanks very much indeed.